Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. One of my favorite philosophies in life is that if you chase things that are disliked by other people, especially if they are unjustifiably disliked, you won't have a whole lot of competition, right? So if your dream job involves doing something that is universally disliked but needs to be done, right? So for example, if you have aspirations to do something really dangerous or really unclean, and you love it, you get the best of both worlds, right? You get to do your dream job, and you don't have a whole lot of competition, right? And depending on what it is, you could make some decent money doing it, right? If you're the first person to invest in some kind of investment vehicle that is heavily disliked at the moment, right? So, for example, if you had bought .com stocks when it was crashing in 2003, or you had bought precious metals after the Hunt Brothers saga, right after everything had crashed, or you're buying strategic metals today, or you had bought Bitcoin 20 years ago before anybody even knew what it was, right? You would be doing really well, right? Because it's so heavily disliked, right? If um if you understand, let's say there's a girl that everybody is disliking for the wrong reason, right? Maybe she's light years ahead of her time, right? An asexual girl would probably fit that bill. A girl who doesn't drink a lot would probably fit that bill. And but she's not going to be very popular, obviously, right? The only problem with that, applying the philosophy there, is that a girl who has unpopular habits is kind of hard to get to know in the first place, right? You may understand that those things are unjustifiably unpopular, but getting to know her is going to be the trickiest part, right? If she's not out there drinking, if she's not looking for sex, right? That's the problem, right? Um, it takes the right connection, but I'm probably not going to dislike somebody who behaves like that, right? So you're not going to have a whole lot of competition if you chase things that are heavily disliked by society, and that's what I mean by praying to the God of Peter dislikes, right? I just ordered a graphite mold, a custom mold of the dislike finger, and I hope to pour it out of every material that is currently being disliked by our society, right? So, any metal that is rare and very cheap right now, right? I can think of quite a few of them. Bismuth, obviously, and then indium and tellurium and thallium. Those are the big ones, right? And those all have very low melting points to pour. Uh, I guess some uh, antimony, but you'll have to alloy that with tin, obviously. Antimony's pretty hard and brittle. Um, I'm also thinking I need 10 of them because I like that big frame where I put. You may remember there was an 8x20 frame. It fit 10 of those Buddhas. It'll probably fit 10 of those dislike fingers. Arsenic's a good one, but I'm not sure if it will melt and cast. Right, you probably want to alloy it with something. Zinc is okay, right? It's not as rare, but it's really cheap, right? And then there's cadmium, and trying to think what else. I guess silver is kind of disliked in our society, or not as much as some of these other ones, right? And I guess let's see, silver. What's to the right of India? Tin. Tin is kind of disliked in our society right now, right? And then some kind of alloy of gallium with something to harden it up a little bit, and then a mercury amalgam. Another one I thought about, this one's going to be harder for me to acquire, Neptunium 237. It's kind of cheap for what it is, right? When you think about that, it doesn't even occur naturally. The fact that it's only $100,000 or so per gram, it's pretty cheap, right? I'll probably make a very tiny one, or maybe something with just a coating of neptunium, right? And I'll put it all together in a frame, and we we could all pray to it as the god of dislikes, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.